We are getting set and ready. John Piper here. You have found us on the Mission Moms Facebook page, Behind the Dish, the Denko Gridiron Show. On YouTube. We'll be on Twitter, Periscope as well. Got a great show lined up tonight. We'll be featuring Mission Moms. It's all about the mission here in North Texas. And I'm getting fired up. I was talking to some of the guests earlier. It's almost like a game day for me. Since we can't play baseball or talk about spring football, we'll be talking about a great cause here in North Texas. So make sure you share this out on your social media and comment. We'll take some questions if we can, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll start here in about 3 or 4 minutes. So get you a bottle of water or a cold beverage, get on the back porch, and sit back and enjoy the show.
Now looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde.
Bob Wands.
Bob Wands is so excited he's calling in. Hey, ladies that can hear me, make sure you mute your cell phones. Lesson learned right there. Any other things that might go off, buzz, iPad chirps, those types of things. And I can get text, by the way. Well, we got several people joining us. Normally, we're in here talking a little baseball this time of year, football, all sports. Everybody likes, most of us like sports. But we're going to be talking about Mission Moms tonight, a great mission, a great cause that we can all get behind. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So make sure you share this out. We're going to start in just a minute or two. And we are going to need your help. A lot of help. Got to stay hydrated this time of year. I think it was like 92 yesterday. Much nicer today, about 84. That's why everyone likes North Texas this time of year. Well, folks, we are about to get started here. Well, everybody, hey, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the screen. We are here to support Mission Moms. Bring this up here. All right, right there it is, missionmoms.org. Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm John Piper. Usually we're in here hosting Behind the Dish. You can see the logo up there. It's a baseball podcast we do where we're talking Texas high school football with the Denko Gridiron Show. And frankly, the reason I started that is to get more plugged into the community. So now we have a platform to do some other things here in the community and reach people that have maybe never heard of Mission Moms. And if we reach just one person or help feed one child, mission accomplished. If you are a baseball fan and wherever you consume podcasts, you can go out and search and find it. Just search Behind the Dish and grab that. We're in season 4. We're going to release a whole nother season on June the 1st or thereabout. So a lot of good life lessons there in baseball, and we're excited about that. But in today's Community Spotlight, we're featuring Mission Moms. It's a charitable organization right here in North Texas. They're doing great work, and I'm pleased to be joined by the founder and the fuel behind Mission Moms, Kathryn Flores. Let's see if I can bring her up. How you doing, Kathryn? Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Wow, this is awesome. And we were talking, as we prepare for this, and we don't just hit the go live button and this just happens. We've been talking for really about 2 or 3 weeks, I think, to get this planned and executed. But you can tell I'm kind of rocking out a little bit, like I'm in the press box, or kind of like game day. I'm fired up about everything that you've got going on. I'm just inspired, and I know you're inspiring a lot of other people.
Well, I appreciate it. We like game day too, so let's get that back on track.
Yeah, I've got a little sports behind me. I haven't really been watching the news a whole lot. I know enough to say, hey, wear a mask in public, or, sanitize, wash your hands. But I try not to get bogged down in a lot of negative stuff. And I think it's easy to do. So, tonight in these community spotlights we've been doing, and this is about the 3rd week that we've been able to do something like this. I'm so glad that I can give back and reach people through this technology, because none of us can be together. Normally you would be sitting in this chair. I don't think the viewers can see it, but I've got a sports desk right here, and you'd be sitting right here in this chair, and we'd be talking and having a good time. Maybe once everything clears with COVID-19 and all this, we'll have you and some of the other guests back up here in studio.
And we'll talk sports. So I'm ready for that too.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's a fantastic story. I know you founded Mission Moms because of the impact you saw your own kids. I think it was maybe around Christmas time, quite a few years ago now, I believe. And so why don't you tell everybody just kind of how Mission Moms got started and really the primary cause?
Sure. About 9.5 years ago, my own little blessings were fighting over who was getting more for Christmas. And so that's just not the way I was raised. We really looked at trying to engage them, and maybe one family that needed a little extra help. Fast forward many, many years later, and that has turned into about 1,200 families that we help throughout the year with different missions. Hence the Mission Moms. We've actually changed our logo to just MM because we have a lot of Mission Misters that are helping out there too.
Yeah, that's good.
But our main goal was to teach our own children to serve in the community and act upon the kindness I believe every child is born with. It's like swinging a baseball bat, though. It's muscle memory, right? The more we teach it, the more natural it becomes. And so that was the goal. And then we've done Thanksgiving, Christmas. We've done caps and gowns for children that are ready to graduate and maybe couldn't afford to pay for the cap and gown and walk across the stage. We do mentoring in Summer Zone. We do food on any school break. And so when this came up that there was going to be a tremendous break in school, we knew that this was our lane, and we're going to stay in it and run as fast and as hard as we can. And we've had so much help.
Well, that's so awesome. And the impact reaching like 2,000 kids on a weekly basis. Is that right?
Of course. Yeah, it's grown and it continues to grow, right? So primarily we're in Denton ISD and Louisville ISD. And prior to pandemic, I mean, I guess we're going to use the words PP at some point, but prior to pandemic, about 44% and 46% of Louisville ISD and Denton ISD already had kids that qualified for a free or reduced meal, breakfast and or lunch during the school year. And of course, with millions of people out of work, that number is climbing every single day. And so therefore, the needs and the children that we help is climbing every single day. Our feet on the street is basically taking groceries and food that is donated through the community and some restaurants and other partners, and going door to door in a safe way and taking the food to the people.
Well, it's so awesome because, now in a time of need when there are so many people out of work and, people can't get around, and it's just phenomenal what you're doing. And, if people are watching this right now, they can see missionmoms.org. I know we were talking, you have such huge needs because right now, due to the supply chain, you can't buy in bulk. So I know there's actually a box of food. My wife, I think, is going to bring over. We've been collecting some from our neighborhood. right in our own front entryway, and I've been bringing some over to Mission Mom, so we're glad we could do a little bit. But I want to get involved in some of the fun. You guys have a lot of fun when you head over to Marty B's and Circle R Ranch. I know Dr. Wilson's going to join us here in a bit, and have a lot of fun preparing, and it's just a great way to serve. And why don't you talk a little bit about some of the needs you have in the community, volunteer head count, as well as food and any other charitable giving that can be done.
Right. Thank you for saying that, because we do have an ask at the end of this. But, y'all, this is the hardship Olympics, as I'm calling it. So we're not comparing whose hardship is greater than anyone else, because we're all struggling in our own way. But the volunteers that are primarily involved in helping at this point, because we're not engaging in the mass groups of volunteers, there are school administration, there are local leaders, and obviously the Mission Moms Board and just people that have been involved from the get-go. And so we are trying to keep it somewhat minimal at this point, but we know we're going to need an army to continue this for the next several months. So that will be opening up as our state representatives and our state and governor loosen things up and kind of relax things a little bit. But the most important thing to me is to be generous to each other and to be tender, because there is so much need in our own backyard. Of course, we've known this for 9.5 years. Every time there's a school break, we're trying to help get food to those kids. But it's really important to bring awareness to our community, because just this past weekend was a game changer, as you'll see on social media handles, that we were in a community we had never known, and it was extremely life-changing, because the needs are these aren't just trailers. Sometimes we walk up on a shack full of children that are our children in Denton County. And I know that we can do better in Denton County by helping kids that are deserving. Every child deserves to have a life and someone to love them and something to look forward to. And we're just hoping to spread that hope a little bit further each and every weekend. We take groceries to the family for a whole week, and then we circle back a couple weeks later. We're really rotating through as many communities and touching as many communities as we can, but that's all based on the donations that we receive.
Well, Kathryn, we've got, so many people want to help. And we've got Dr. Jamie Wilson. I know he's been gracious enough to volunteer his time. He's probably one of the busiest guys in Denton County right now.
Yes.
With the school district. And I believe we have him. We're going to try to bring him up.
I tell you, that guy, he makes me better just being around him. He is tremendous. And everyone on this call that I've asked to be on this call, that's exactly how I feel. And I believe if we surround ourselves with people that make us better, then that's what it's all about. And he is certainly at the top of that list.
Yeah, I've got to know Dr. Wilson through sports, seen him at the C.H. Collins and some of the basketball arenas around town. And I know he's a great fan of sports, is the classroom. So it's all about the student athlete. And I do reinforce that when I talk sports, student athlete. I know he appreciates that. So let's see if we can bring up Dr. Wilson. How you doing, doctor?
I'm great.
Wow.
Hi, Kathryn. How's everyone?
Now, are you still working, sir?
I am. Can you guys hear me okay?
You're good, sir.
Good.
Now, I do have to ask, is that like one of those fancy virtual backgrounds where you're really on your back porch and it looks like you're in the studio?
No, right now I'm in Coach Florence's office at C.H. Collins. We're getting ready for our Teacher of the Year parade tonight, where we're recognizing our 40 of Denton's finest and letting them borrow James Wood cars for the summer, and giving away some checks and all kinds of fun things.
Well, hey, we want to give you a round of applause due to this coronavirus saying we can't have a live studio audience, but we're going to try to mirror one. Yeah, good stuff right there, Doctor. Hey, I've noticed on social media, you guys have a ton of fun. You get down there. I'm not going to play the video tonight, but I'll probably post it on social media afterwards. You guys get down there, get a little jiggy going, and have a little fun with all this Mission Mom activity you're doing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kathryn Flores and her team of people, they're such kind hearts and such service-oriented individuals that it's really easy to do. When you work from a center of service, you recognize that no matter what happens, you have to have fun and make it work, because we have people that need it. And her organization, her group, has been partnering with the school district for some time, and it's really been a pleasure for me and my family to volunteer and to be a part of such a great organization. And the work that she does is simply amazing. And I can't just I talk about her brilliance all the time. So she talks about me making her better. It's really the other way around. She makes us all better.
Oh, stop.
Well, hey, I'm gonna blow you up there on the screen there, Dr. Wilson, because you got on looks like a Denton Braswell shirt. You're gonna make the other schools right there.
So you see, we've got Braswell. I'm about to change clothes here in just a second for this ceremony, but I've been out putting balloons out and signs and getting things ready for the teachers. So
Right.
yeah, we're representing the Bengals this afternoon. So yes.
Now, I have a question for you, then I'm going to give the floor to Kathryn. Are you working harder now than you've ever worked with the schools being closed and just 8 days a week? Is that kind of what it's like?
It's amazing. The needs are just so great. I mean, we're working through graduation. We're trying to finish the year strong from an academic standpoint. Of course, the UIL schedule that got canceled just a couple of weeks ago. We're trying to work through contingency plans with that. And now we're working on summer and then also getting ready for the fall. But it's really a joy to do because we have such amazing families in our community, and it's just great to be a part of it and love servicing them and being a big part of the big family. It's really a pleasure and a blessing.
Well, hey, speaking about the community, I'm going to say something about Newspaper Steve. He covers a lot of the local high school sports, and he gave you a shout out there, Kathryn. He says he's not sure you know about his alter ego, Newspaper Steve. You should.
He's a mess, that one.
Well, guys, hey, I'm going to drop off for just a minute. Kathryn, I know you got a couple things you want to share with Dr. Wilson or some additional comments.
Yeah, I'd love for Dr. Wilson to talk a little bit about, because he's the reason we know where the needs are. And the needs for Denton ISD are tremendous. Obviously, every district is struggling with new needs all the time. But I would love for Dr. Wilson a little bit more about how and who we're helping. How do we know who they are? And then who are we helping? Right.
So thank you, Kathryn. And just real quick, a couple of quick pieces. When we left for spring break, we had just under 45% of our students on free and reduced lunch. And we always worry about them over the break, and we have mission moms and other folks that kind of help our families with meals and things over the break. When we come back from spring break and we get in the middle of this pandemic, we started working on our food service plan within the school district. So the first day, I think we served about 900 meals. And then this last week, we've served about 80,000 in one day. So the need in our community is continuing to grow. And so how we know where this need is we simply look at the addresses of where our kids live, and we're taking food directly to their doorsteps and knocking doors and delivering food and warm meals. And I can't say enough about the partnership with Marty B's and Circle R. Yeah. It's just been amazing that we can leverage our resources together and really do something beneficial to our community. And let me tell you, boots on the ground and feet on the streets are not an easy thing to do on rainy Saturday mornings or hot Saturday mornings, but it's so rewarding when they open that door and you step back and their food's on the porch there for them, and you say, this is here just to bless you and bless your family. And it's really been a pleasure all the way around.
I think that's the best point, is that we have worked right alongside the school district since day one. In fact, Dr. Wilson and I spoke to each other from the mountains, I think, on spring break, trying to figure out a plan. And for those listening, Denton ISD did a tremendous thing and took buses governor's orders. That's where Mission Moms really doubled down, and we got busy. And so we were able to support the school district throughout the week with volunteers and helping, which we still are. And then on Saturdays, giving another round of groceries and food. And then Marty B's and Circle R Ranch have helped us give warm meals. And so we know that hunger is a gateway for so many things and so many other challenges that are going to happen to these little blessings. And so by just doing this little bit, we're able to serve so many kids because of our partnerships with the districts.
Well, I can't say enough, Kathryn, about the work that you've done. And, I think that if you total all the meals up just this pandemic from Denton ISD, it's up over 450,000 since you've been out of school. And that's where the need's going to come in the summer, because as of May 27th, the school's food service program ends, and then the other programs for the summer take over. Well, when we met with the city of Denton just last week, they usually serve 25,000 meals over the summer. And, we've been serving 80,000 a week. So there's going to be a huge need and a huge delta there that we're going to need a lot of help with to make that up and to really make sure that we take care of those in our community who need that.
Well, and that's so funny because Dr. Wilson, what have I said from day one? I was like, put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Right.
We will make it happen. And I think I've said that, tirelessly, and we are all wonderfully exhausted because it just takes one kid coming to the door with super big eyes and a big smile saying thank you. And then we're right back out there again, energized for the next week. So it's wonderful. And I appreciate everything that you're doing, Dr. Wilson. I know that you've got to jump off of here and go make it happen for some very important people, but thank you for all that you've done for us.
I appreciate you including me, and thank you for what you're doing for the community all the way around. And Piper, same thing for you. And it was a blessing to have Coach Webb with us last week and his wife,
Yes.
and they helped us pack bags and get things ready for our kids as we delivered 300 meals this last Saturday out of Harpool. So we're just continuing to spread the joy and spread the love, and appreciate you for what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back on the field. I've talked to Coach Webb, but haven't had a chance to meet him. Once everything kind of social distancing softens, we're going to go have breakfast, and we'll welcome him into the Denton ISD, the Gower community, and look forward to some football here soon, Coach. What do you think?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting because he's already talking about the cat fight. I think he has October 9th circled on his calendar. So the Brazzell shirt was
good. That's great.
In reference to that.
Good stuff. Well, Dr. Wilson, thank you so much for all you do. I've had two boys go through Denton ISD, and it was just a fluke. We moved here in '97, and it's been a real blessing. And we look forward to doing more with Denton ISD here moving forward. Thank you so much.
Looking forward to it. Kathryn, thank you for all you do. And let everyone do what you can for Mission Moms. We sure need it, and all of our students. Take care.
I'll see you Saturday. Bye.
Well, Kathryn, we got kind of a who's who here, and I hate to make people wait, but we've got several people just chomping at the bit to get on here and talk about Mission Moms.
I've got good friends. Good friends.
I know. Hey, this no certain order of importance, but I know here's another gentleman that's got a busy schedule, and
Yes.
State Representative Tan Parker we're going to try to bring on. And I know he's been important to Mission Moms and everything that you've got going on. So let's see if we can welcome Tan Parker.
Well, and you're right. There's no one on this call who doesn't make me better, and he is definitely top of that list as well. Hey, friend.
Alan, how are you? John, great to be with you guys.
Sure, welcome.
Hope you guys are doing well.
We are. I appreciate you coming. I wanted everyone to see you here and also talk a little bit about how you've been involved in Mission Moms over the past, so many years, and then also recap as much as you can, as quick as you can, on local and state efforts on this pandemic.
Yeah, well, Kathryn, first of all, thank you so much for the invitation, and so grateful to you and everyone at Mission Moms, all the volunteers over all the years. It's been a tremendous privilege for me to be a part of what you do at a very small level and to support you guys and to see it, frankly, grow and flourish. You've done such an amazing job of making Mission Moms an incredibly successple, critical part of our community. So we're so grateful to you and all the leadership of Mission Moms and all the volunteers. So over the years, to answer your question, I just enjoyed being a part of the things you've done in the community, right? Where we've gone and collected food and gone and boxed up food and taken to folks that have gotten it into locations that we can help these families and these students that needed it in very significant ways. To me, it's the best example of people helping people. And government can't solve all of our problems. We have to rely heavily on our private sector, and in particular on the philanthropy and the generosity of our people. And so for you to be the spearhead of taking that generosity and that passion of service to our fellow Texans, our fellow Denton County residents, to help these children, in particular, these students, as well as their families, is just extraordinary. So it's been a privilege and an honor for me to be a part of the organization and your growth over the years, Kathryn.
Thank you. I will tell you, you got friends in high places. He's one of them. But I will tell you, he also serves and sweats right alongside of us, lifting turkeys and slugging them with us when we're not doing chili cook-offs, right? Yeah. So Tan and I have been friends a long time, and y'all, We joke and say I stand with Tan, but it's true because he believes in what he's saying, and he's out there to prove it. It's just like Dr. Wilson just said, these are not just words, they're actions, and that just falls right in line with what we were created to do, which was to teach, serve, and act, right? And so you are a prime example of exactly what leaders should be doing. And we appreciate it. I know when I was having some hiccups along the way, I made one phone call, and the challenges seemed to minimize very quickly. So I appreciate that.
Well, Kathryn, look, first of all, you're much too kind. Again, thank you for your leadership. And Jamie, of course, I think left the program today as I was coming in, but just a shout out to Jamie and the great leadership that he provides to Denton ISD and partner our community. Obviously, I feel the same way about all of our incredible systems. Dr. Rogers at Louisville ISD is doing amazing work, and Roger Warren at Northwest ISD. All these major public school systems have done just incredible work at serving our families and our communities during these difficult times, and having to adjust to a whole new operating model to make certain that our kids are being educated. But thank you, Kathryn, for all you do in the community. We're so grateful.
Oh, it's wonderfully exhausting. I love every second of it. I will share with you one thing that Dr. Wilson has been saying for weeks now, is that to encourage all of us, our community, our leaders, don't let perfect get in the way of progress. And so a lot of times I'm asked questions. I'm sure state representatives ask questions, our superintendent, everybody are asked questions that we may or may not have the answers to quite yet, but we're moving forward, right? And so let's not get hung up on perfect. Let's just keep moving forward. So I love that and wanted to share that quote from him because it is so powerful, and that's what we're doing.
Very, very powerful. None of us have a playbook for what we're going to do today. That's for sure, right?
Not till baseball starts, then I got it.
That's right. So we're doing the best we can, and don't let the enemy become the perfect be the enemy of the good. So absolutely.
Yes, thank you, Tan.
Yeah.
Hey, Tan Parker, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to meeting you here in the near future.
Well, John, my privilege, and Kathryn, thank you. And let me just say, for anyone out there that's got questions about Texas and our response, all that we're doing from a state perspective at the macro level, please don't ever hesitate to contact me and my team. Of course, I'm blessed. I'm an extraordinary chief of staff, and Trish Robinson in our area, and Jack Martin, who's our legislative aide here locally, and my wonderful team at the Capitol that supports all of our constituents every day. But whatever the issue is with your business, your family, please don't hesitate to contact me if I can be of service in any way. We will get through all this together. We will persevere. Texas was the strongest state in the nation economically and in every way going into the pandemic, and we will emerge the strongest most quickly as well. So we will continue to be the dominant leader that this nation depends upon. Texas will lead and continue to do an exceptional job. But please know we're here to serve, and call us whatever I can be of service.
Thanks, Tan.
Rep Tan Parker, thank you so much.
Well, guys, thanks for all you do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
All right. Now, Kathryn, here's where we have a little fun. I warned you all ahead of time. I'm a man of my word, right?
Oh, dear.
So next, let's see here. Next, we're going to bring up Jill Adams. She's a Mission Moms board member and works at the Louisville Independent School District. So hopefully she's not hot. I hope I didn't make her nervous. But let's see if we bring her up
Jill
there.
doesn't get nervous.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, it's time to dance a little bit. A little seventh-inning
Okay.
little dance action. Come on.
Kathryn, you're not dancing.
Come on,
You
Kathryn.
gotta stay in the box. Stay in the box, Jill.
Yeah, Jill, you did good.
Is it like Hitch?
Welcome
Stay in the box.
so much. And you've been on here for a little while. People don't know that there's quite a few people waiting to get on here. And Jill Adams, I know you're very instrumental in everything going on with Mission Moms. And it's just such a pleasure to have you on. We're on the Denko Gridiron Show, normally talking football behind the dish. So we're talking sports. But most importantly, we're on the Mission Moms Facebook page, talking a great mission that is so important and near and dear to all of us. So with that, Jill, welcome. And Kathryn, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you. So excited to be here. I will say that I am not like Kathryn. I am glad to not be talking sports because I would not know what to say.
I got you, girl. I got you. So Jill and I have known each other for, 9+ years. So back when Mission Moms kind of started, And Jill has been a sounding board and a support system, primarily because she's my friend, and but more importantly because of her wisdom in LISD and the needs in our own backyard. And so Jill has been great at teaching us all the needs that are so often overlooked. So Jill, talk about that, then talk about Louisville ISD and some of the stuff we've done in the past, and maybe some stuff that we can rally others to do going forward.
Absolutely. So yes, as Kathryn said, I have gotten to be a part of Mission Moms for the past nine years. I can't believe that. And I started just as a mom serving. I have 2 little girls, and had similar thoughts and experiences that Kathryn did, of just wanting my children to know that we're very blessed and we want to be able to be kind. And I love your muscle memory metaphor, because I do think that we have to teach our kids to serve from an early age so that it is just part of who they are. And I've been in Louisville ISD for 20 years. And I was a campus counselor, and now I serve as an administrator in the counseling department. And, that the role of the counselor has really evolved into meeting the needs of the whole child. And one of those huge needs that we always have is basic needs. And so that could be, like Kathryn said, when I was a counselor at a high school, she was able to provide caps and gowns for kids that were not able to fit the costs. We have done blessing of the backpacks. She has provided books. We've done summer food. Just this last Thanksgiving and Christmas, she provided, and Mission Moms provided over 600 meals for our families. And being in a school district, Louisville ISD has 53,000 students. We have 70 schools. And so we're a really big district, but it's a small town, big town. And Kathryn and the Mission Moms organization really supports whatever the needs look like. We have so many great partners in Denton County that provide support. And so it has been, I love your term, wonderfully exhausted. I think that is the perfect description for serving families. And so whether I'm serving in capacity as a board member for Mission Moms, or I'm getting to serve as an administrator in Louisville ISD, or I am just serving as a mom and getting to be there and serve with other families. It's all about meeting the needs of our community and being a part of the community. So it has been such a blessing on so many fronts.
You're exactly right. And, all of us work so closely. This isn't just a roll call of important, influential people. These are people that are actually involved and believe wholeheartedly in the same things that I do, and we all do. And so, Jill is not giving credit enough to all that she does for these children. She has educated me very quickly on the needs, not only for hunger, but for beds in our own backyard. And y'all, those needs are climbing as we speak. Denton County, good golly, I guess we're at 850,000 people or something like that now. And the needs are here in our own backyard. We don't have to go very far. This past weekend, I went 12 minutes from my house to see third world country living conditions. No joking, no exaggeration, in our own backyard. And so those of us that have lived so long, over shopping and overdoing for our own families, it is time to step up and take care of our own like nobody's business. And Jill, those needs so much better than I do, and have taught us so much about the kids that need us the most. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Jill, anything that Louisville ISD needs and that we can partner with or kind of provide to you right now?
I will just say, Kathryn, thank you so much to Mission Moms from Louisville ISD for being such a good partner. We are so fortunate to have people who are willing to jump in, donate, deliver, sort, package, whatever that looks like. And Mission Moms has been just an amazing partner to our families in Louisville ISD. So thank you. And I know you have an ask at the end of this, and I just cannot say enough, as the 3 roles that I serve in this capacity, that Mission Moms is truly amazing and supporting such a big need in our Denton County area.
We're chipping away. We're just, I'm like an uptick, like a glass half full, but there's always room to help more. And so we got to keep going.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
Jill, it's
totally.
good meeting you virtually, and I look forward to meeting you out on the
Yes.
line soon. So, as
Yes.
like Zoom meetings, it's a great way to connect.
That's
And
right.
a lot of people hop on here on the different streams we're on. So, like we said at the outset of the show, if we reach one person, one charitable family that can help, mission accomplished, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on here tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Well, Kathryn, so far so good. I think you're a pro at this. This is nothing. Good.
No, I'm just surrounded by good people that make me feel good. That's it.
I'm putting up, you can't see it, but I'm throughout the show, I'm putting up missionmoms.org where people can go learn how they can help and get involved. And then there'll be a lot of people who watch this on the replay. So, and hey, if you could comment during the show, and if we don't see it, I'm sure throughout the week between myself and Kathryn and everyone else that's involved, we'll monitor social media comments and put you at the right place at the right time and let you know where you can help. So,
hey, John, let's do a flashback to some sports and do an instant replay, something fun, maybe showing Jill dancing. Let's do that later.
Yeah. I'm always tweaking my technology. I don't quite, in the live show, I don't quite have instant replay yet, but we're working on it. That'd be good, though. I like that idea. I love that idea, actually.
I'm here all day. Don't worry about it.
So, hey, next up, another board member. I mean, I've learned a long time ago. Now, my dad was not the smartest man in the world, but he was really good at some things. And he told me at a young age, and this applies to this, he said, many hands make light work. And if my kids see this, they're going to laugh because they hear me say it all the time. But, 2 horses can pull 5 times the weight of 1, right?
For sure.
You've got a lot of good horses around you.
Yes.
We just missed the Kentucky Derby Saturday. It got delayed. So, that's one of the greatest sporting events I was talking about the other day on a podcast. The first Saturday in May, the Kentucky Derby runs. Have you ever been to the Derby, Kathryn?
No, I kind of like people and athleticism. The horses is fun to watch, like a dog.
It's a party. It's more of a party. You put on the hat and you go have a mint julep and you have a good time. It's not about not about.
I will attend. I'm in.
Well, hey, next up, and she's been waiting patiently. I really applaud this. I hate to wait, but Becca Hobby, Mission Moms board member, and I know does a lot for your organization. So without further ado, should we make her dance? Becca.
Hey, Becca. Becca is my mini me. She is much, much younger and has a whole lot more energy, but she has been feet on the street with me since go. So we are so thankful for Becca. And also she has a tremendous heart and passion for ministry. And so she's really able to keep me in check and circle me back to our roots, which is at some point to keep engaging our children, to teach our children, this next generation, how to serve in our own backyard and act upon the kindness every kid's born with. We just got to keep using it. So Becca really keeps me in check and keeps me sane. So I would love for you to talk a little bit, Becca, about the kid piece and the ministry that you hope to carry through once this kind of relaxes a little bit. And then also about our food donations the past, my gosh, are we on 8 weeks, 9 weeks? I'm not even sure. It's day 10,000 to me. But talk about our food needs and kind of where it started and where we are now and then what we need. Oh, no! Oh, no. That's all right. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hey,
am I there?
You are back. Welcome back.
Yeah. Icebreaker. How's it going? Okay, I'm here. Okay, Kathryn. First of all, thanks for having me here. I'm so thankful to be a part of this. Kathryn and I met, honestly, a couple months ago, and it was just through the grapevine of people, and it was a great connection that we share and love. And so my oldest is 12, and he's always had the heart to serve. And so that is a piece that I've always tried to navigate. And this organization has allowed, when I first started doing this with her, he was allowed to be a part of it. And with all this going on in our world, I've just had to kind of continue to teach that through at home with where I'm going and what I'm doing. And that's a huge piece of this puzzle, is continuing to minister to our children so then they can teach. So I'm just grateful for this and to be a part of it.
And the food donations. So one of the things that we're doing is partnering with different communities like Lantana and Oakmont that have mass numbers of people and that can do some porch donations, porch drop-offs. We have community leaders. Becca is really trying to work on the Louisville ISD side, so we really could use some more partners on that side. Denton ISD, we have Lantana and Oakmont, but again, we've got a long road to go. This is like the hardship Olympics is what I said earlier. So we need to, that's one of our asks, is that we can continue to get donations that'll push us through. And also it engages the community in doing something. So I really believe that that is the heartbeat of our community, is continuing to engage them and not being afraid to ask, because people like to help, and Denton County has always stood up. So anyone that's listening that knows Becca or wants to reach out, she is our LISD genius. So she's going to be running that side of town while we try to work on the other side as well.
Yeah, I'm here for that anytime. It's been great to kind of witness what's been going on in Denton anyways. I love being a part of that, to have the drop points at Harpool and to just reach out on social media. The big piece of this that's really helped and worked is social media and the connections that we have as a community. And I know Kathryn, and I show up and I see somebody that we mutually know and didn't know. And so it's just that pass along of the voice of, utilizing the technology we have to really push into the community. And most people have that servant heart to want to be a part of something. They just don't know where to go. And so this is
like the country songs, most people are good. They really are. It's up to us to bring
They are.
It
is. And it's just digging to find that. And some people just kind of stumble around not knowing where to start. And so we want to continue to just put our voice out there and to show the community that they're going to be here to be able to volunteer and be a part of this.
And so, John, one of the things that we are working really hard on is to stay in our lane. And I say that a lot in my real job and my real life, as well as with Mission Moms. And we can do food door to door really well at this point. And so we are focusing on the most vulnerable in our own backyard. And again, it's not a competition of challenges. And we believe that we can continue to say yes because the community continues to step up. But we are really focusing right now on more of our trailer communities, just because logistically our teams can go feet on the street, door to door, very efficiently on a Saturday. And that's how we're doing it at this point. We're rotating through different communities identified by our partners from LISD and DISD, door to door. We have maps and a game plan every week. We take several cars out. We load our cars with groceries for a family that will serve them for a week. And then we repeat every Saturday. I see you have up there, John, Beyond the Game. So I'm a smart
I don't know if that's a good segue or not, but hey, speaking of the trailers, I've done some work with Hearts for Homes here, and some of the Gower High School baseball does some work around Christmas time. Really bringing some Christmas cheer to Hearts for Home as a charity that helps senior citizens on fixed incomes fix up their house, and so it's great. A great point you make, Kathryn, to hit a lot of families in a tight, dense area, and I've seen some of that on social media as well.
Yeah, and we also have a list that rotates every single week. We work very closely with communities and schools of North Texas. And so they have individual needs, and we try to help support them with dozens and dozens of families every week. And so that's another part of our ministry. But we do that during the week with a lot of board members like Becca, and then I've got several other friends that step up and help as well. One of our other main partners in crime is Carmen Nelson, and she has really mobilized the meal process, and we're so thankful to get our donation site is now at Harpool Middle School around back at the gym. Anyone can donate. We have bins and signs out back from 4 to 6 p.m. And then we take everything inside and we'll sort it at that point for the Saturday deliveries with our army of people. But Beyond the Game, let's talk a little bit about Beyond the Game. Yeah. A little selfish, quite frankly, because I love sports and I miss sports so bad. So Beyond the Game is something that some dear friends of mine and yours, John, kind of came up with. Mark and Barkley Lozer. We've known them a very long time, and they do a lot for our community as well. And they are just salt of the earth good people. But beyond the game was something for us as parents to engage our athletes beyond the field, beyond the court, beyond the game in a time that they can't play that. So I talk about all the time, like, how do you engage your community? How do you keep everybody involved? How do you keep a team gelling? We all know our kids, go to different sports teams, and then it takes a bit to shake things out because they got to gel. Well, you got to keep that gel going even during a pandemic. So what better way to do that than to get your teams involved in collecting and donating and doing something good for someone else? The only way to get out of your own head and your own way is to go help someone else, right? And so that's what we've really partnered with. Primarily right now at Geyer, we've had the basketball team, both varsity and JV. We've had girls and boys soccer. We've had the baseball team has done a tremendous job, and that's my love, is the baseball world. So we're super excited, and we would love that partnership with even more teams. We also got tons of donations from them. Their concession stands, a lot of them were full, and so they said, "Hey, can we donate that to you guys?" And we're like, "Absolutely." We took some of the burgers and hot dogs from concession stands. Marty B's cooked them for us and the masses, and then we put them right back out into Denton County. So what better way to use concessions and foods and teams of people than to serve their own? And so we had Coach Webb last weekend, and we also had the Marcus football coach. And now we have a challenge coming up between the two football teams, Go Red or Go Blue. And Mission Moms is going to give them a Kona Ice party for the team that helps collect the most. We're going to publish that information out later, but
good to have some competition. They like to compete, don't they? Good to have
doing good. So we're excited.
Hey, you mentioned the Losers. I had them up here when we first started this series. They kicked it off, as a spotlight, and that's kind of how I got introduced to you. And matter of fact, I'm sporting a Behind the Dish shirt that was courtesy of Six Stitch Apparel. And they did it. They do great work. sixstitchapparel.com, and
they're
great
good people. I just
want to reinforce shop local. If everyone shops local, helps the local community, they can give back and help charities like Mission Moms, and it just kind of comes in a nice circle, right, Becca?
Yes.
Yeah, we love. Mark and I give each other a real hard time all the time, so it's way more fun to pick on people like that and to have fun with them. And we thought, beyond the game, let's do it. And so he's going to help us roll that out, and you'll have to check our social handles for all of that information. But we really need more sports teams, and we look forward to the Geyer and Marcus competition coming up.
Oh, that'll be good. Actually, Marcus's quarterback, Garrett, just signed or committed to LSU. Phenomenal athlete, with the Denton Gridiron Show. We cover 9 area high schools, but you know what? I think she's been very patient, still hanging out. Jill, why don't we just bring Jill up to wrap things up? You can join us.
Uh-oh.
You're going to get back on and dance.
I'm here.
That's a shame.
Yes, I'm here.
Well, ladies, I just want to kind of give you the floor. This has been phenomenal. We've had a ton of people chime in. Actually, Kathryn, you probably didn't notice, but I'll give your husband credit. He piped on here and says, hey, I love all that my wife's doing. So your parents were on here as well. Yeah, but ladies, I want to give you all the floor, and really, I'm glad I could be a part of this, and glad to share your message, missionmoms.org, and look forward to being on the boots on the street, maybe at Marty B's or out delivering with your team here real soon. So
yeah, we'll take it. One last thing I do want to talk about is we are going to have what I'm calling a resilience rally on Thursday, May 14th. We are going to have some community people come up and just want to say thank you, and also push as hard as we can to get donations to get us through May. And then hopefully by June and July, we'll have some partnerships to buy in bulk, but we really need food. Right now, the biggest challenge is that we can't buy in bulk. And so we're clearing the shelves of all of these grocery stores. Mm-hmm. And it is very laborious, and I struggle with being inefficient, and that is very inefficient. So if we can ask our community, please help get us through May, and then we'll circle back on the new needs going forward. But our plan is this marathon continues, is to take these families until school starts, and God willing, that's going to be mid-August. I don't know what we're all going to do. God love those little blessings. But
yes, and I want to just say that, I mean, I love the marathon thing. I mean, we are truly, even though we have a certain number of families that were identified on free and reduced lunch, we have a lot more families as we push out the economy not being open. We have more and more families that have never experienced food insecurity before, have never experienced not being able to pay a bill or being able to pay their rent. And so it's truly a blessing to all of these families. So whether you're donating food or you're donating time or you're donating money, it is truly blessing families. We have so many kids and families in our community that are benefiting from this. So thank you so much for partnering with us. I will say Denton County is an amazing county to be a part of. There are so many, if you are on one hunger board or one nonprofit, you know everybody, because everybody works so hard to coordinate all of the pieces to support our families. So I cannot say thank you enough from Louisville ISD, from being a mom, from being on Mission Moms board. It is really just, you have no idea how much you're helping with every donation that you give.
And it's not a competition, y'all. I mean, there's no time in the world for everybody. So I'm always, bring it on. If you have feedback, we're always all ears, especially in something we've never done before, week after week after week of serving. So we love the partnerships with other organizations that are in our lane with food. So we don't, just to clarify, Mission Moms does not write checks. We don't pay bills. We don't do anything involving money. But if you give us a list of diapers and supplies and food, I say, I'm going to keep that optimism, hopefully where we get to stay. And then I just encourage everyone to keep your eyes wide open during this pandemic, right? It is not hard to find someone that is a little worse off. And I remember when my kids were really little and I was just so upset that they didn't want to hold my hand crossing the street anymore. And I thought, you know what, that frees my hand to help somebody else. So please do that. Please think outside the walls of your own home. Find someone in need. It doesn't have to be Mission Moms. Find an organization that's in your lane or something you're passionate about and just help someone else, because I promise you'll get out of your own way at that point.
Hey, great stuff, Kathryn. Wow, just phenomenal. It's been really good. Becca, thank you so much. Jill, appreciate all y'all do. And this will get shared out many, many times. And you got a big call, trying to feed 2,000-3,000 kids here in the community, the North Texas community. So we got a lot of work to do, don't we, ladies?
That's right.
Yes, eyes up, y'all. We got this.
All right. Hey, I think it's a good to close out. I'll DJ. You guys dance. You ready?
Oh, dear.
Yes, come on.
Depends.
Come on, Kathryn.
I'm moving.
Good.
You like the ESPN theme song?
I've never seen a charity that has much fun when you guys are out getting things ready. That's why I brought the music up. That's what you guys do.
We have lots of fun. That's just not public.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I think we're going to sign off unless there's anything. If there's anything else you guys want to share, I think we'll call it a night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All.
Good. So, well, thank you all so much. Folks, that was Mission Moms. Kathryn Flores, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon, Kathryn.
Thanks, John.
And, man, that was just our community spotlight. It's just a small way that we can give back here in the Denton community, the Denton County community. It expands south and east and west of us. But next week, we plan on having Living for Zachary, another great organization that's impacting a lot of student athletes in North Texas and saving lives. So make sure you tune back in and check us out on social media, missionmoms.org. Check it out. See what you can do. Donate food. Big need for food right now, especially when the Denton ISD and LISD schools cannot provide meals. So do what you can do. Missionmoms.org, and we'll see you soon.